Well, I went from that Bible school camp thing. I did 10 years of parish youth ministry. So I
Oh,
was a parish
okay.
youth minister in two different parishes over the course
Mm-hmm.
of about 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I mean, that was a tremendous experience. Got to see couples meet and marry. Three young people that went through my youth groups are now, well, two are priests and one's a transitional deacon. Just it, yeah, well, I've told the guys that for my own pride, I want a picture with all three of them when Deacon Jake gets ordained next spring. God willing, Deacon Jake gets ordained next spring. I want a picture with all three of them because to me, it's so cool to see how the ministry multiplies itself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
And
knowing
what
no,
does that
no,
do for your faith? Like knowing that pouring into these young men and women and born of it are these amazing couples, these priests, transitional deacons, and obviously not necessarily in sense of pride, but like faith wise, how does that impact you?
it's it reminds me a lot of the feeding of 5,000. I would say, you know, I brought what I had, and God has multiplied it into something extraordinary. And I think one of the neat things for my own faith, what came back around when my father was dying, uh, he'd been away from the faith for a while, and I mean, I don't, he didn't, I wouldn't say that he, you know, came back at the next dramatic moment, but the day that he died, one of these guys was the priest at the cathedral in Edmonton, and I had texted him and said, "Hey, do you mind coming to anoint my dad because he's going to die this afternoon?" And just what a neat thing it was. Again, my brother's not terribly religious, but Father Chris had played on a men's league hockey team with us, so this is the only priest in the world my brother actually knows, you know, has any sort of a connection to. So to be able to have Father Chris, you know, who had been a young person going through my youth ministry, a youth leader, and you know, the one who anointed my dad, it was just such a it was a profound, a powerful moment for me, and my own faith. Just, you know, I took care of them. Now they're taking care of me. You know, I gave. Now the Lord is making sure I've got something coming back the other way, and there was a real gift in that. It's humbling because I think of my own weaknesses. I think of the ways that I fall short, and the fact that God can do so much more. You know, I showed up. I tried to say the little yeses and all that I did. When I got my first job as a youth minister, Tracy said to me, you know, your role as a youth minister is to paint pictures of Jesus wherever you are. I've never forgotten that. That's really what I kind of come back to. You know, today, here at the high school that I'm at today, how will I
Mhm.
paint a picture of Jesus for the young people I spend time with?